let's all play What's My Line? And now, let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, as far as historians have been able to find out, there's only one Soupy Sales.
What is that going like that? Let him go. This is it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And Johnny Olson. Right now, here is a charming young lady who I've been a big fan of for years. Would you please welcome Betty White? Yeah.
You do know how to make a girl feel good around here, but being between Soupy and our guest on my left is just something else. Alejandro Rey, I'd like you to meet, ladies and gentlemen, from the Flying Nun.
The lady I'm about to introduce is being called many times the first lady of television, and after working with her for a whole week, I can understand why. Meet Miss Arlene Francis.
And now, the Speaker of the House. Come on to our house, Wally Bruner.
Thank you, Arlene, and welcome to What's My Line. During the next 30 minutes, you're going to meet some more interesting people who are engaged in still more unusual occupations,
Heavens.
which will still baffle our panel of experts that we have with us tonight. And then a bit later on, the panel will have to meet and face a mystery celebrity guest. But now, panel, are you ready to begin?
Certainly.
Yes.
All right, let's meet our first challenger. Would you enter, please, and sign in? Rudy Comerick. And Rudy, where are you from?
Ridgewood, New Jersey.
All right, panel, may I tell you that Mr. Comerick is engaged in an occupation which we might describe as just a bit hazardous. Now let's show the audience just what his hazardous line might be. It's something a bit hazardous, and let's begin the questioning with Betty White.
Well, hazardous could be most anything from driving a school bus to, does what you do have anything to do with anything that's alive? I mean, the people the things that you work with, are they alive?
Yes.
Are they animals of any kind?
Yes. Well, I would say so, yes.
Oh, really? Are they four-legged animals as opposed to two-legged animals?
Are they four-legged
No.
as opposed to two-legged? No.
No.
That's one down. Alejandro.
Then I assume that they are two-legged animals, right?
No. No.
That's two down. Arlene.
Do these poor things have no legs at all? Are these legless animals?
They are indeed.
They are indeed right.
Do they slither?
Sometimes.
I would say sometimes, right. Not all the time, but sometimes.
I see. Is it any member of the reptile family?
In the broad sense, I would say, wouldn't you?
A broad reptile,
I would say that's
In a
probably...
broad way.
in a broad way.
Don't say
Oh,
that,
then
darling.
it is other than a snake.
It is other than a snake?
Well, if it's in a broad way, because there's a reptile is obviously a snake, and there's nothing broad about it.
Oh, some of them are quite broad. But anyway, you get a no, and that's three down. Soupy.
It is not a snake.
No, that has not been established. Would you like to ask that question?
Well, I guess I'm going. I thought you asked that question.
I did, but I tell you, they're trying to get nose out of us, I think.
Oh, yes. Well, I've got a nose they can have. Well, I like to ask the question. Is it a snake?
Well, ask a question.
Is it a snake?
Yes.
But what does he do with them?
He takes the serum out of them.
How you like the way I'm a ventriloquist? I move my mouth and Arlene talks. Well, then evidently anything hazardous...
Yeah, you're right. He's a snake handler. He does take the serum out. You've guessed it. But really, Rudy is a bit more than a snake handler. He is really an expert with snakes, and he is owner of Cobra King Serpentarium at Ridgewood, New Jersey. And you keep quite a few snakes there.
Yes, between 200 and 300 snakes at one time.
What kinds, Rudy?
All kinds, from pythons, the big constricting snakes, to cobras, and all kinds of vipers. Cobras. King cobras up to 15, 16 feet.
How much do they cost?
Some snakes cost between $300 and $400 sold retail to zoos throughout the country.
That's a lot of money. Would you
For a
pay
king
that for a
cobra.
cobra, Soupy?
No, only if it had an engine in it and you could drive it.
Well, listen, did you happen to bring any of your friends along?
I just happened to, yes.
Are they right there by Soupy? Look, right under your desk. No.
Don't ever do that.
Where do you have him right here?
Right here.
Okay, let's go out and take a look.
He's brought a snake. Oh, God. You know he's a...
Hey, Soupy, come on back. What is this?
This is an Indian rock python. Perfectly tame.
Perfectly tame.
Perfectly tame.
Yeah.
Even you can pick them up.
You know, that's a lot of snake. What is this, Rudy?
It's a 12-foot, 70-pound Indian rock python.
And he's friendly?
Completely tame, friendly.
Friendly.
Have a
Well, I have the other end.
You can have this end.
Betty, you like dogs. How do you like snakes?
How much does it weigh?
70 pounds.
You wouldn't believe what he feels like.
He feels very nice, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a nice temperature.
Completely dry.
Okay, but now you can examine this one all you'd like, but now I must ask you to sit down, please. All right, and Rudy, you have something else to show us, right? Okay, let's come back here and take a look at something else, and I think we have an assistant back here. There we are. Now, I suggest that no one get too close here, because this is a real thing inside the basket. And first time I've ever seen someone with a snake on their back. There you go. Now, these are what, Rudy?
These are... I don't think I'll have to explain that. I'll just have them pop out.
Be careful, please.
I have to roll them up a little. Does everyone know what kind of snake this
Rudy,
is?
let's stay back here by the table, please, because I know you're not afraid of him, but, oh.
Here's the other one. All right. These are two Pakistan black Indian cobras. Pakistan black Indian cobras.
Are they, what do you say, hot snake? Are they?
These snakes have their full faculties, their venomous glands, and they can bite and can cause death in less than an hour from a good bite. But so-called Hindu snake charming is merely the movement of the man's body back and forth. They cannot hear sound.
How
Deaf
big are
to
these?
sound. They're approximately about 5 to 5.5 feet long. They only follow movement. So-called Hindu snake charming is merely the movement of the man's body, and they cannot hear a musical instrument or a flute. And vibration on the solid objects or the ground. They can be touched behind the head. That's similar to the same situation where these girls lean over and kiss the giant king cobra. Same principle. They make a blowing sound just to frighten away its enemies. Snakes are great bluffers.
Tell the fellas I said they did very well. Will you, Rudy? Thank you very much, Rudy. Enjoyed having you on What's My Line. We'll be back to meet another challenger as What's My Line continues.
All What's My Line contestants receive an exquisite set of Sarah Coventry jewelry, enchantress, shimmering and sparkling with glowing imported Austrian rhinestones, designed by Sarah Coventry. and a family supply of Gillette toiletries featuring Soft and Dry, the new non-sting aerosol antiperspirant, especially for women. Soft and Dry, ladies love the floral fragrance. And from Wells Blankenton, a unique gold-filled pen and pencil set. Practical and stylish, tapered especially for the hand by Wells Blankenton, silversmiths and goldsmiths since 1864. Wally?
Thank you, Johnny Olson. Soupy, are you back in your chair now?
Oh, yeah.
You really don't care for snakes.
I certainly don't. I certainly don't like snakes.
But Betty, you don't mind them a bit?
No, they kind of, I think they're fascinating. I understand the fear. I'm that way about spiders, but I find the big fellas, because they always feel so cool and clean and dry.
I had a pet snake once, indigo. They're marvelous.
Arlene doesn't care for them.
It's ruined my relationship with him. That's all I care about.
Well, let's move on and meet our next challenger. Would you enter now and sign in, please? Gillian Packard. And I believe it is indeed Mrs. Packard, is it not?
Miss Packard.
Miss Packard, all right.
Mrs. Paris.
Oh, I see. So it's, you have, I see. Well, we won't give them too much. We can't talk too much more about that because we might help them a bit. And where are you from?
London.
From London, England?
England, right.
All right. Panel, may I tell you that Gillian Packard deals with a product. And now let's show the audience just what that product is. And for those of you who forget rapidly, may I remind you it's a product we're after, and let's begin with Soupy.
This Packard, this product that you handle, is it a product that is found in the home?
Yes.
Is it a product, well, let's get right down to the old nitty-gritty. Is it an edible product?
No.
That's one down. Betty White.
Am I safe in assuming that the fact that you're from England really has nothing to do with this product?
Not especially.
Well, you can be from other places and still have something to do with
And
the
still
product.
have something to do with this, and it is not edible. Is it anything at all in the cosmetic line?
No.
That's two down. Alejandro.
Is this product, when you use it, do you get in touch, physical touch with it?
Yes.
You doubt it. I was going to...
No, definitely so. Yes.
I was going to ask if you wear it. Do you wear this product?
Yes.
Do you wear it below the neck?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Is it used more by women than it is by men?
Probably.
Yes, probably.
Probably, I think, would be the best answer.
Would you use it also below the waist?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes.
Would you use it as a complement with with the rest of your clothes?
Oh, I think it has certain complementary values, don't you?
It should have.
Yes.
All right.
When you use that, or when somebody uses that, can I see it?
Yes.
Is it made of different materials?
What does he mean?
Yes. You mean...
Not just by one, for instance, can be used, it can be metal and leather and cloth, as
Oh,
supposed
yes.
to be just one material alone.
No, it's more than one.
It can be more than one. Normally, I think we think of it as one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But,
Yes, you're
but
right.
it
It is
could
one,
be, I suppose, these days, more than one kind.
I'm getting a lot of yeses, but I have
Yes.
no idea what I'm asking. It has anything to do with belts?
Belts?
Yes.
No. That's three down. Arlene.
Does it come in contact with you from the waist to above the knee? Is it hard to say?
Strictly no.
I would say in the strictest sense, you mean in contact with the body between the waist and the knee.
I was thinking of a skirt of some kind, like a Highlander's skirt. That's not it.
Four down. Soupy.
Is it useful?
Sometimes. I think sometimes we could say it is.
When this thing is worn, is it visible to the eye?
Oh, yes.
And it's worn, you say, from the neck. It could be from the neck down to the waist.
In that area, someplace.
And it's visible. Well, Would
That's
you
very-
have to be in pain to really take advantage of this?
Well, you might be in pain when you're taking advantage of it, but it isn't absolutely essential. So that's 5 down, and we'll go to Betty
Then
White.
it's not a sling.
Or a big boa constrictor. Does this come, would I be more apt to find this on the extremities, like on the arms and legs, rather than on the body itself?
Yes.
Right, yes.
Would I say find it in different sizes, different varieties of this item?
Yes.
But quickly,
Is
dear,
it anything in the jewelry line at all?
Yes.
Is it costume jewelry?
No.
No.
I'm going to flip all the cards. Does someone have a guess?
Silversmith?
Wedding rings.
A wedding ring.
May I tell you, panel, that Gillian Packard is well known for her ring designs, but she is also acknowledged to be one of Britain's foremost designers of jewelry in general. And I understand that you happen to be wearing one of the latest things in rings.
Just so happens.
All right, and let's see if we can get this in the proper position. Now, this is the interlocking type ring, isn't it? I see where it locks together the engagement ring and the wedding band at the
It's
same
in 2 halves.
in 2 halves.
And
oh,
the
I
top
see.
half has diamonds in it, and the bottom half is gold only.
And they lock right together and
Right,
stay in
yeah.
place. It's a rather unusual interlocking ring.
Yeah, I hope
Yes,
so.
very, very, very different. Well, I know you're in the United States promoting your particular jewelry, and also I think it's part of of a British program, is
Well,
it
that
not?
was previously. I'm now strictly on vacation.
I see.
But I've also been to Washington to see an exhibition of British designer craftsmanship that we have on there, which is a very exciting exhibition.
Well, we're so delighted that you could come with us, and you stumped the panel and won the game. And thank you for being with us on What's My Line.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back to meet our mystery guest as What's My Line continues.
Transportation arrangements made through Sabina Airlines. Europe begins in Brussels, and Sabina flies there every day. Ramada Inn provides hotel arrangements for What's My Line guests. There are 200 beautiful Ramada motor inns across the country dedicated to your comfort and convenience. And if you're planning to be in New York, would like to attend one of our shows, write for tickets to What's My Line, 51 West 52nd Street, New York, New York 10019. Be sure to write the word tickets on the envelope.
And once again, we've reached the very special part of What's My Line, the time we meet our mystery guest. Panel of the blindfolds in place.
Yes, certainly are.
All right, mystery challenger, would you enter and sign in, please? Panel, may I remind you, please, it's one question at a time. I'll give you 2 minutes to try and establish the identity of our mystery guest. And let's begin the questioning with Arlene.
Thank you. Mystery guest, are you best known for your work in motion pictures?
See?
Soupy.
He say,
Susie.
C. Sisu. Tell me this. Is one of your movies currently playing now? I mean, that's redundant. Is currently playing on Broadway?
No.
Betty White.
Other than movies, have you appeared with any regularity on television? No. Okay.
Alejandro.
Is this movie in which you appeared, it has been made in United States?
Sí, cómo no.
Arlene?
See who?
That is correct.
Oh.
Or something like that.
Wait a minute. Have you also appeared in the theater?
Sí, correcto.
Soupy.
Correcto.
Well, you know what? I must be honest. I don't know whether it's a man or woman, so I've got to find out. Are you a woman?
Sí.
Oh, okay.
Betty.
She's a real little woman. Do you also do anything musical?
No.
15 seconds.
Are you mainly
Alejandro.
known as a dramatic actress?
Sí.
Arlene.
By any chance, have I ever worked with you?
No.
Soupy.
These
Quickly.
I assume that you've made a lot of pictures. Were you, say, bigger in movies in the 40s and 50s than you are now?
See?
Does anyone have a guess?
Is it Claire Trevor?
Yes, it is. You can't give honest answers all the time, Arlene. We were trying to stump you, and then you failed. You did it to us again.
No, Arlene, I said, if I do nothing else, I've got to fool Arlene.
Well, you certainly had fooled me all through the beginning.
And the time was up, so really she didn't get
But
you.
I just, I thought, well, you're in town. Could they possibly have gotten a hold of you?
Oh,
Because Claire is one of my oldest friends, and I understudied her in a play one time.
But we didn't work together, Arlene,
We
did we?
played together quite a lot, as I remember.
Yes, we played together quite a bit. Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't fool you. I really wanted to do that more than anything.
Well, what takes you away from, I think, what it must be your favorite spot in the world, which is out in California?
Yes, Newport Beach is
What
one of my
brings you
favorite
here to
spots
New
in the
York?
world. Well, just to try to fool Arlene, mainly. But
That's
no,
going a
I
long
have
ways.
a big family here. I always enjoy seeing them, and I've really come on business discussions, pleasures. I was born and raised in New York, so I love New York dearly.
Well, Claire, we're so delighted you could join us on What's My Line.
And she's
Thank
got the
you, Robert.
sexiest voice in town.
She has. Claire Trevor. What's My Line will continue right after this word. And our audience demands honest answers, panel to questions they have submitted. The first one from Milton Haas of New York City to Betty White. What is your opinion about movies today? Everything's about sex and things like that. What do you think of it?
Did you see Ring of Bright Water? It wasn't. I love that. I just think I still think sex should be not a spectator sport. I really don't think that.
Here's one for Alejandro Ray.
The answer is no.
It's very simple. Are you married?
Yes, very married.
Someone is
My wife
disappointed
is
in our
there,
audience.
the
DeSupi Sales. We're 10 student nurses in the back row. Could you say hi to us, please?
Ha!
And to Arlene, which would you prefer to do, television or a Broadway show?
I'd like to do them both at the same time, and I hope to. I don't
Thank
wanna
you,
play
panel, for your
favorites.
honest answers. Well, I think the audience will agree with me when I say that you are one group, panel, that we'll have to get together again with real soon.
Hooray.
You were delightful all week, and looking forward to seeing you again in the very near future. And won't you join us next week, too, please, for What's My Line?
This is Johnny Olson speaking for What's My Line? A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Miss Frances Gown by Von Vitello.
Are you watching, you little rascals?
Oh, it's fun, isn't it?
And who subscribes to it? Go on, push the button.
Think of the fun you could have on the tube. The tube?
YouTube.
Tube.
TV tubes. That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
It's gonna be a lot more fun if you keep going the way you're going.
Go on, push the button. Please subscribe.
I hope they're watching.